Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. and I'm here today to bring the review for One Piece Manga Chapter 1054. So let's just get right into it. So Green Bull, Woodward, Logia, as all Admiral should be, Logia types. Fujitora, you're lacking, you're letting the side down. So I've just always had this like mindset that all the admirals should be Lodger based on free abilities. Obviously I know Akanya's moved up to fleet admiral, but he was within the three before. So, I always felt that the three admirals should be Lodger types. And Greenwood is on this trend, but Fujitora ruins this trend. But we found this out early on within the chapter. So Greenwood has run into the scabbards that are remaining. That is Raizo. That is I forget the names, but you know who I'm talking about. They are there, basically trying to stop Greenwood in his tracks. And now I don't remember. Rather, I should say is that I don't know if it was like a hacky thing and they sensed him coming. I don't know how they knew he was coming, but they knew where to be to stop him in his tracks. And if it is hacky, it just makes me kind of wonder why hasn't Luffy, Zoro, or Sanji sensed them? Because I got the feeling from the chapter. I remember, if I'm remembering correctly, is that how Luffy basically doesn't know about the situation and they're trying to keep it from that way. But if it is hacky that how they knew he was there, it just makes me think back to Fisherman Island, at the end of Fisherman Island, when they sensed, I think I can't remember his name, the mud guy, but Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji basically sensed him and went to act upon it. So it just made me think, why can't they sense Green Ball in this scenario? But a fight breaks out between Green Ball and the samurais, and it would seem like the samurais had no chance at winning against Green Bull, simply because we see them cutting up his words, and he doesn't remark on how they fight or anything like that up until when Yamato comes into the fray, hits him once, and that's when he comments on Yamato's haki. Obviously, I know the samurai know haki, but there was no comment on them. There was no comment about it, so it just makes me think that Greenwood would be able to beat all the samurai, and the only person there currently that Greenwood would possibly have some trouble with is Yamato. Not only is Yamato during this fight one more candidate to beat Green Ball out of everybody present, but Momo is also there. And now he tries a blast breath, which fails, but he's confident enough to be able to want to fight this Admiral with seemingly no fear, which kind of surprises me if I'm all honest. But he's there, he's fighting, and we leave off this part with him saying to Yamato, no, you must not fight. Now, I don't get why that is, probably find that out later on, but that's how we leave off that bit. Well, then after that, surprisingly to me and probably to you as well, Shanks was in this chapter. And not only is he in this chapter, where he is as well is like a big ooh. A big ooh. He's nearby Wano. He's nearby Wano. We have his members of his crew basically saying, oh my gosh, Luffy's come so far. He's a great pirate now. Shanks, Cap, let's go see him now. Let's go see him now. Only person who's not on going to see Luffy right now is Yasop, thinking, nah. Usopp's gonna be there. I'm not ready to see him. I'm not ready to be daddy. I'm not ready to be daddy. So Yasop's the only one that's not on going to Wano, but everybody else is on going to Wano. We do have a little flashback during the scene which shows a little bit of how they got the gum through. Very cut and paste there, but a little bit of that, and then just basically some scenes of Shanks and Luffy, just basically letting us know Shanks still has that care for Luffy, like that relationship they built up is still there, but I don't know, because at the end of the day, Shanks was like, I don't want to go see it. And that's not a fair thing. I think it's rather, I kind of see how like things are was in Hunter x Hunter, where Gon's dad was like, if you want me, come find me kind of thing. I think Shanks is waiting for Luffy to bump into him rather Shanks ever going to seek out Luffy. I don't think that's something that he'll ever do. And now what caught me by surprise within this chapter is what he said to Ben Beckman. Yo, Beck, it's time for us to make our move. Time for us to go find the One Piece. And I was like, excuse me. After all these years, why now suddenly you want the One Piece? I thought Shanks was always going to have his own other kind of agenda, but it seems like, or maybe he still does, and that does involve the One Piece, but it's been stated as of now that Shanks is now one of the pirate crews out there seeking the One Piece. So then we flip over to the Marines. Akainu is talking to somebody whose name escapes me for now, but basically what came out of this bit of the chapter is one thing that really does shock me, and that Sabo killed Cobra. And now for the life of me, at first I thought maybe this is a lie and this is just what's being said to the majority, but that didn't make sense to me. So Sabo killed Cobra, but I can't understand why. So if I feel like I may be missing something. So if you have a reason for why Sabo would willingly go to kill Cobra, please let me know in the comment section below. But if this is true, I don't think that this is gonna... I feel like this could lead to some, like, maybe a minor conflict, but some sort of conflict between Luffy and Sabo, because we know Luffy was cool with Cobra and obviously Vivi and the whole of the family. So I feel like this could lead to some sort of conflict between the two. Speaking of Vivi, because seeing as how she just came out of my mouth, she has also disappeared and has not been seen since the reverie. So where she has gone, I have no idea. If you have any ideas, please throw them at me at the comment section. But regardless of that, this chapter has been making me think about Green Bull's strength, because at first we see him fighting the samurai, and like I said, I feel like he would have overcome the samurai, but with Yamato may have had some problems. When we got to this bit of the chapter where we have Akainu and the other guy discussing Sabo's situation, we find out that during the reverie, Sabo and his boys were able to save Kuma. I'm like, yes, I love Kuma as a character. Hopefully they can bring him back to his glory, because finding out he was a slave, it was painful. It hurt to see my boy downplayed like that. But we learn that they were able to overcome Green Bull and Fujitora. So that again puts into question the strength of Green Bull. Now the other Marine guy that Akane was trying to I was talking to, you tried to play it off as how they couldn't fight to their full potential because they're in the Holy Land, they need to protect the Holy Land. Yeah. And even the Academy says themselves, don't try and make up excuses for them. So Sabo over Marines. I'm gonna say maybe even the rest as well, but we don't get to see what happens. But for now, knowing that a revolutionary overcame Green Bull and Fujitora, it makes you question the strength of Green Bull and possibly Fujitora as well. But I'm so happy that they was able to overcome the Marines and get Kuma back, and it's because of this. It's basically made Sabo's fame go way up. His bounty's probably gone up as well, but it's to a point where he's probably seen more famous, probably, maybe, or just as basically his fame is in more higher regard than Dragons right now, who actually does run the revolutionary. So Dragon may have to scoot over for a second and let Sabo take command of things, because again, times may be changing. So that is everything I got to say about this chapter. It was it was an exciting chapter, especially coming off a month's break. So for those reasons, I am going to give it a 4-star rating. Always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please go to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.